punasvayam tam krishnam pratyagatmanam vande gopi manoharam yasya prasadadahamadvayatma vishwam samastam mayi kalpitancha tam sarvalokaikagurum sadashri स्वयं प्रकाशं गुरुमानतोऽस्मि गुरुणां शरणां भोजं प्रणिपत्य निरन्तरं तत्कृपालेशतो द्वैत चिन्ताकौस्तु हमारभे ओम। अथ द्वितीय परिच्छेदः। टीका में देख लो। तत्वमस्यादि वाक्यजन्य अखंड अपरोक्ष वृत्त्या अज्ञान निवृत्ति ही आनंदावाप्तिश्च भवति इति उक्तम्। It is through the Tattvanasi Mahavakya that the one gains the aparoksha jnanam, because the Vakyam is able to generate akhandakara vritti. Okay? Akhandakara vritti is generated, Brahmakara vritti is generated by the Tattvanasi Mahavakyam. Now, when the Vakyam, which is the Pramanam, is no longer obstructed by any samshaya or viparyaya, by any doubt or any form of contradictions, the vritti is by itself capable of destroying the ajnanam, the ignorance. Aparoksha vrittya ajnana nivrittihi. So this is the first thing. Then, so also anandavaptishcha, because ananda means that what is limitless. Anandam and anantam, though these words, two words, have different purposes, but they mean the same thing. Because that what is limitless is anandam. Yadvai bhuma tat sukham, that what we call as sukham, even in our mundane life, is nothing but that bhuma. Momentarily over here, due to the rise of sattva-guna, or because the rajoguna and tamoguna is for a moment at a low ebb, the boundaries, the limitation which is drawn by the ignorance becomes a little faded, becomes obscure. And hence what happens? There is the experience of joy. So this is what is sukham, that what is bhuma, that is called as sukham. Sukham itself is anandam. Some people, for the convenience or to make some people understand, they say, no, sukham and anandam are two different things. No, that what is sukham, because this is an Upanishadic statement. Yadvai bhuma tat sukham. Okay? Anandam. So these people say, no, sukham means indriya janyam. That indriya and vishaya sanyoga becomes sukham. No, sir. Whatever, even the vishayananda that is experienced is not apart from the ananda, which is the nature of the self. So now over here, it is not the question where the boundary which is drawn, the limitation, the avacheda which is drawn by the ignorance only becomes obscure, becomes a little less, um, uh, uh, you know, uh, uh, to be experienced. But over here, the ignorance itself is destroyed, and therefore, even the boundary, the limitation, the conditioning which is there due to the ignorance is also not experienced. Hence, what happens? Tattvanusanthani vakya janya akhanda paroksha vritya ajnana nivritti anandavaptishcha. And then there is the prapti, attainment of anandam. Hey, is the anandam attained or is it already there? It is there. So it is this avapti, the prapti over here is what, of what nature? It is prapti, eva prapti. It is prapti, eva prapti, as if one has attained. Hey, it is not an attainment. It is as if one has attained. Sir, why are you saying like that? Because it is the case of the necklace which was lost. So when this girl says that I have found it, Are Baba, where have you found it? It was already there with you always. Like that it is there. So now, Ananda Vaptishcha Bhavati Yuktam. So this was what was said at the end of the Pratham Paricheda, the first part of the book. Tatra Kayam Vrittihi. Now, therefore, now the question arises. Tatra means in this whole context, Kayam Vrittihi. What is called as Vritti? Kimva Tatra Pramanam. Now look, when you're questioning that what exactly is whatever that you want to know, you will obviously require Lakshana and Pramanam. So Kayam Vritti, in this question he is asking what is the Lakshanam, and Tatra Kimva Tatra Pramanam, the Pramanam is asked. Remember, this is the golden rule. Whenever anything has to be established, we will follow Lakshana Pramana Bhyam Vastu Siddhi. Katham va tadutpatti, and how is this vritti also? What generates this vritti? Katham va tadutpatti. Pratyava kim prayojanam. And what purpose will it fulfill? Itya akanshayam prama aprama bhedena dvividham vrittim nirupayitum prathamam vrittim lakshayati vrittir nameti. Now, itya akanshayam, since otherwise you could have said the first chapter is already over, where it is said that one will attain anandam, a happy end, the end. Cinema khatam ho jayega. So he says, no, sir, not like that. Now it has created an akanksha, meaning there is a desire, and this desire is in form of curiosity, wanting to know what is this. So, iti akanshayam prama aprama bhedena vrittim nirupayitum. Now there is this, what is that akanksha? Kimva kayam vritti, kimva tatra pramanam vritya kim prayojanam. There are at least these three questions. And therefore, in order to satisfy this akanksha, we have the author begins the explanation of what is called as prama and aprama. What is this prama, aprama? This is the two types of vrittis. These are two types of vrittis only. Nirupayitum prathamam vrittim lakshayati. And even before you can understand what are these two types of vrittis, we will have to understand what exactly is vritti. Lakshayati means the lakshanam of the vritti is given. Vrittir namiti. Now, my request to one of you is, or all of you, is wherever there are these definitions that we are going to come across, please start writing them. Please start writing the definitions everywhere, noting them down.
Yes, Swamiji.
And then Prabhama and Meera Bhide.
Yes, Swamiji.
आप लोग ये जितने जितने लक्षण आते जाएंगे जिन जिन पदार्थों के, वो लिखते जाएंगे, ठीक है?
ठीक है, ठीक है
स्वामीजी. We will start writing them because then we may create something that can be helpful to students even in the future who want to study Tattvanusandhanam, that these are the definitions, and this exercise by itself will be very helpful to you people.
Yes, Swami.
Vrittirnama. यहाँ पे he says what is vritti in the Moola Grantha. Vrittirnama Vishaya Chaitanya Abhivyanjakontakkarnajnanayoho Parinama Visheshaha. Now, vritti is the parinama of antakkaranam, is already said, and we understand it is some form of a modification of mind. Antakkarana parinama visheshaha. Because and every vritti will be different. Ghatakara vritti will be different from patakara vritti, so on and so forth. And therefore, every vritti will be a parinama visheshaha. It will be a parinama. But how is this parinama? A vishesha parinama, a separate, a segregate parinama, a qualified one. So vrittir nama. Now, how is this parinama? It is a parinama of what? Antakkarana ajnana yoho parinama visheshaha. It is the modification of antakkaranam and ajnanam. Okay. But what does this parinama do? Vishaya Chaitanya Abhivyanjakaha. It is the medium which allows the expression of Vishaya Chaitanyam, which allows the expression of Vishaya Chaitanyam. It is that through which the Vishaya Chaitanyam becomes expressed, explicit. That is called as vritti. Now, I have given the word that which allows its expression as a medium, but what is the original word in the sentence? Abhivyanjakaha. Now, rest of the things, every word in the definition needs to be clarified so that the student and the teacher are talking in terms of that what is understood at both the parties is the same. Abhivyanjakatvam nama. What is abhivyanjakam? Abhivyanjakatvam nama aparoksha vyavahara janakatvam avarana nivartakatvam va. Okay, now in the first two sentences only of the Moola Grantha, you have found two definitions. First definition is of vritti. The second definition is of abhivyanjakatvam. Tika. Look at the tika. यद्यपि प्रमेय सिद्धिः प्रमाणात् इति प्रथमं प्रमाण निरूपणम् उचितम्, तथापि तन्त्रान्तरे प्रमेयस्य जडतया प्रमाणाधीन सिद्धिर्भवति, तन्निरूपणम् उचितम्। इह तु अद्वितीयात्मसाक्षि चैतन्यस्य सर्व प्रमाणादि व्यवहार साधकस्य वेदांत प्रमेयतया तन्निरूपणं कृतम्, अनन्तरं प्रमाणादि निरूपणम् उचितम् एव इति अतो न कापि अनुपपत्तिः। So this fellow says, the Purvapakshi, even before you can tell what is the prameya, that what you want to know or what can be known, you will have to arrange the means through which the knowledge of that object is gained. Correct? So for example, if you want to show something, a very microorganism, you first will have to say, the microorganism can be seen only through a microscope. Only through a microscope. So what is first, what is organized first, or what is explained is the pramanam. Similarly, over here also, it would have had been right to say what is the pramanam first. But instead of that, you people have gone into explaining what is Brahman. And that is Brahma Vastu is the prameya. Is prameya. Something that has to be known, or that will be known. So prameya siddhi. So, and why this? You will have to do this because prameya siddhi pramana. Because prameya siddhi takes place because of pramanam, and therefore pramana prathamam pramana nirupanam uchitam. Therefore, what would have been justified is the primary explanation about the pramanam. Tathapi tantrantare prameyasya chadataya tathapi. So also in the other places, and now over here by other, what do we mean is the Karmakanda portion of the Vedas. In the Upanishad, Brahma Vastu is the Jnaya Vastu. We are not concerned about your biology and physics, etc. over here. We are concerned with the Veda. The Veda, the Vedartha has to be known. So in the first part of the Veda, which is the Purvamimamsa or the Karmakanda, what is there? The dharma is the Pratipadya Vishaya. What is the Pratipadya Vishaya? What is the Prameya over there? Dharma. And what is the Prameya Vishaya of Vedanta? Brahma. Brahma is the Prameya Vishaya. Brahman is the Prameya Vishaya. So he says that Tantrantare means Karmakande. Tantrantare means what over here? Karmakande. Athva Purvamimamsayam. Prameyasya jadataya pramanadhina siddhi. Whatever that the dharma, etc., papa, punya, the papa is not dharma, but punya, etc., this dharma is how? Jada. And therefore its siddhi, the way it can get established, it will always remain under the control of pramanam. Pramanadhina will always be determined by the pramana. Siddhir bhavati. And hence, In Tantrantaram, in the Purva Mimamsa, it is perfectly justified that the Pramanam is defined first. Tan Nirupanam Uchitam. Tan means Pramanasya Nirupanam Uchitam. What is the meaning of Tat over here in that Tat Nirupanam? Pramana Nirupanam Uchitam. Ihatu Advitiya Atma Sakshi Chaitanyasya Sarva Pramanadi Vyavahara Sadhakasya. Now what happens over here? What is the Prameya Vishaya? Brahmavastu. How is this Brahma? Advitiya Atma Sakshi Chaitanyam. This is how we are going to say Brahman at this moment. Otherwise, just by saying Brahman, you would have said, oh, Brahman means what? What do you mean by Brahman? Is Jagat Karanam. But over here, there is something more to be seen. Iha means Vedanta Shastre. Iha. Iha means Vedanta Shastre. To Advitiya Atma Sakshi Chaitanyasya, this Atma Sakshi, the Atma, is non-dual and is the illuminator of all. Okay, by why? Because by the virtue of being the conscious existence. There is nothing like unconscious existence. Existence and consciousness is one and the same. So that is what is the nature of the self. So the self, which is of the nature of non-dual consciousness, illuminating everything. So Advitiya Atma Sakshi Chaitanyasya Sarva Pramanadi Vyavahara Sadhakasya. It is only in the light of this Atma that even the Pramanas will also come into existence and will be able to function. Okay. In other places, the Pramanas will illumine the Prameya. Over here, that which is the very illuminator even of the Pramanas itself is the Prameya. Dekho jara majedar baat kya hai. This is very interesting. That which is the illuminator even of the Pramana becomes the Prameya. This is not Pramanam. Brahmavastu is Prameya only. But how is this Prameya? That which illumines even the Pramanas. What should the Pramana do? It should illumine the Prameya. But what is happening over here? That the Prameya itself is illuminating the Pramanam. And so what has happened? Sarva Pramanadi Vyavahara Sadhakasya Vedanta Prameyataya Tan Nirupanam Kritam. And hence Atma or the Brahman was explained in the beginning. Tan Nirupanam Kritam Anantaram Pramanadi Nirupanam Uchitam. And therefore, following that, now we are explaining you the Pramanam. Uchitam evam iti atona kapi anupapatti. This being so, there is no objection. There should no anupapatti. There is nothing that remains unexplained. Anupapatti yatha ahu. Sarvashyatma Munis, this shloka is very beautiful. He brings it, that shloka to you. Manena meya dhigatistu yukta Dharmasya jadyad vidhiknisthakande meyena manadhigatistu yukta vedanta vakyada chadam himeyam manena meyadhigatistu yukta. It is fine, it is perfect. Mana means pramana and meya means prameya. Okay, hopefully people have understood what is pramana and prameya. Okay, let me ask you a question. Meya means prameya, mana means pramanam, and what is the one who knows the prameya called? Chakresh? जो प्रमाण के पीछे बैठ के प्रमेय को जाने उसे क्या कहते हैं?
स्वामी जी प्रोफेसर ही बोलना चाहिए।
हाँ,
प्रोफेसर ही बोलना चाहिए।
नहीं देना।
स्वामी जी प्रमाता।
Pramata is called as Pramata. Now, when you hear the word Pramata, don't think that this is some Mata like some Santoshi Mata, Durga Mata. Okay? Simply Pramata over here means the knower. Okay? Pramanam is the instrument of knowing. Prameya is the object of knowledge. And Pramata is the knower of that object of knowledge. So here we have everything arranged. Okay? So what is he saying? Sarvashyatma Muni Manena Meya Gatis Adhigatis tu Yukta. It is because of the Pramanam, the Prameya Adhigati, the knowledge of Prameya takes place, which is justified, is Yukta. Where Dharmasya Jadyad Vidhinishthakande, because we are doing the Vedartha, in the Vidhinishthakanda, Vidhi means injunction, where do this, don't do this, etc. means Karma Kanda. In that Karma Kande, where the Karma Nishthakanda means Karma Kanda, Dharma is being shown. What is the Prameya of the first part of the Veda? Dharma is the Prameya Vastu. Acha ji, Dharma is the Prameya Vastu, but this Dharma is Jada. And therefore it is perfectly justified that the Dharma will be illumined by the Pramanam, by the instrument of its knowledge. Meyena manadhigatistu yukta. But sir, how have you known the Pramanam? We understand it is through the Pramanam that the Prameya will be known. But how is even the Pramanam known? So Pramanam is illumined by Meyena managatistu yukta. Vedanta Vakyad. It is through the Vedanta Vakyad. Ajadam himeyam. Vedanta Vakyat Ajadam himeyam is the next part. Meyena manadhigatistu yukta. But over here, when it comes to the second portion of the Veda, which is the Jnana Kandam, what happens? It is the consciousness which is the Prameya Vastu. This consciousness itself will illumine all the Pramanas, including even the Vedanta Vakya. And therefore, in Vedanta Vakya, what have you understood? That the Prameya is Ajadam. Is Ajadam. This is a nice shloka. If you want, somebody can by heart it. Manena meyati gatistu yukta dharmasya jadyad vidinishthakande meyena manati gatistu yukta vedanta vakyat ajadam himeyam. Okay. Vrittihi. Now we will go to the definition of vritti. Tatra kayam vritti. So he has cleared your path. Now, whatever was the prasanga vashad, there was a doubt which was raised as why did you do this? Why did you not first do the nirupanam of pramana and directly went to the nirupanam of prameya? Is answered. Now we come to our mukhya, the main topic, as what this vritti is, kayam vritti. This vritti is then defined in the Mula Grantha. Vrittir nama Vishaya Chaitanya Abhivanjiko Antakarana Jnana Yoho Parinama Visheshaha. This is what is said. Now, every day we will have to meet, but this is going to be, we will have a little limited time to discuss. So maybe, 40 minutes or 45 minutes, we will do the class in the morning till I'm here. And if the time gets adjusted, then we may do it for one complete hour. So we will stop over here for today and meet again tomorrow and continue our classes just as regularly as we were doing I was continuing from Rishikesh. And yes, then we can even, you people can take a break on Sunday or if Saturday and Sunday both. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyatau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshin